Welcome back, family, to yet another episode of Yes Chef. I'm your host, as always, Big Chef Dro. Man, I tell you, I just got in, I'm starving, and I've been wanting to do this for a minute. This meatball sub is going to be the absolute best that you've ever seen. So come on in, family. Sit back and relax. Let's cook.
Yes, chef, Big Dro, cook it up, let's go. Yes, chef, Big Dro.
All right, family, come on in. Let's go over the ingredients for this meatball sub. Now, I'm going to do it in a different way than I thought I was initially going to do it. I'm going to do it in one pot. And so I do have a video of how I did meatballs the original way, and that is a spaghetti video, and I will pin that up to the top for you. But I'm gonna do it a little different this time. I'm gonna do the cooking technique a little different. So let's go over these ingredients. So everything that I did in that last video, I'm doing a little bit different on this one. So first and foremost, we're gonna start off. I use ground chuck, but right here, this is ground filet mignon. Yeah, that's right. Y'all know how I do it. I usually get a whole loin of filet, and one certain particular butcher that I go to, they'll trim it for me and then take all those trimmings and ground them up into ground filet. This is an absolutely good burger. I even have a video of a filet mignon burger. I'll pin that up to the top as well. Then next we have some pork. So just regular 80-20 pork. And then after that, we have the ground veal. This is really good. So now, if you can't afford all this stuff, folks, I get it. Go ahead and just use some ground chuck, some regular pork, and maybe something else. The veal is about $10 a pound. So I have 1 pound of the filet, 1 pound of the pork, 1 pound of the veal. With that, I have 3 extra large eggs. I always use extra large eggs on this channel. So you can use medium if you want. It's not a big deal. I'm using 1 egg per pound. And I have a half of a Vidalia onion. I have some parsley. I'll cut up and use it, as I see fit. Some kosher salt. Then some tomato paste that's going to go in the sauce. Also some basil, some black pepper, granulated garlic, regular garlic, and I don't know how much it is. You folks know I don't measure the garlic. I just use however much I got. Then I have some Parmesan cheese that we're going to put in there. This is about 5 ounces. Panko breadcrumbs. I'll probably put about a cup of panko breadcrumbs in there. And then tomatoes, San Marzano tomatoes. Get you some San Marzano. If you can, it's not a big deal. Just get the regular kind, but these are going to be less acidic. Then I have the Italian blend of cheese that's going to go on the top of this bad boy. And this has mozzarella, provolone, Parmesan, Asiago, and Romano cheese. Then we got some ricotta cheese. Now, this is about a cup of ricotta cheese. I may use it all, I may not. Just depends on how everything is looking, all right? And then last but not least, we got a nice fresh Publix roll, just baked this morning. In fact, when I bought it, the bag was kind of warm in my hand. That's how fresh it was. So we're gonna get that nice and buttered and then toast it off. I know how you bougie Northerners like y'all grinders. So hopefully I can, I can please you Northerners, So let's get into this. Let's get everything going. We're gonna go ahead and get the meat together so we can start forming those meatballs. Let's get it. All right, so we're gonna start off with cracking these eggs in here. Now, if you're gonna be cracking eggs for something, you wanna do those first so you can see if any shells get off in there. We'll go ahead and give that a mix just to kind of break everything up. Let's go ahead and add the veal. We get that off in there. Then our pork. Then our ground filet mignon. Then we got 5 ounces of this Parmesan cheese. We'll go ahead and put that off in there. All right, let's go ahead and add that ricotta cheese off in there. And that ricotta cheese is just gonna make sure, just gonna ensure that the meat doesn't dry out. Go ahead in with some salt, some pepper, some granulated garlic, let's get some of this parsley off, fresh parsley off in there. Then we'll go ahead and add some breadcrumbs. Now, just plain old breadcrumbs, nothing fancy. You just want to have something to hold all of this together. Now go ahead and get you some gloves and just get off in there and let's mix everything up. Now, you do not want to over mix this. You do not want to over mix it. So with every pull, you want to kind of try to get everything in there at one time so you don't have to play with it too much. All right, so let's go ahead and get these meatballs together. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this in one pot, as I said. So I got the stone pot. I'm just gonna put some olive oil in there. A little olive oil never hurt nobody. And I'm gonna start molding these meatballs. Now, you know, they could be as big or as small as you want them to be. I don't really have a preference in how many ounces or whatever. We'll just put them together and we'll just drop them off in here. Once that's full, we'll go ahead, turn that on and start cooking them off, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, get all of these rolled up really good, and then we'll be back. So all the meatballs are done. We're just gonna take this out of here and look at all of this delicious fond down here. All these bits and pieces of meat that we're going to go ahead and incorporate into our sauce. All right. So we'll set that to the side. We'll turn this back on so we can get this marinara together. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get these onions off in there. Get the garlic off in there. And then the tomato paste. Along with the oregano. And the basil. We'll go ahead and get these tomatoes off in here. Let's get the juices in first. And I'll go ahead and crush these by hand into here. Before, I forgot to tell you about the oregano that I added. So I did add about 2 tablespoons of oregano. And here, I'm gonna add some crushed red pepper flakes to it as well. I mean, what's a marinara without some red pepper flakes? All right. All right, so this has come together really nice. I'm gonna go ahead in and get me a little taste. That's gonna need a little salt. A little pepper. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just add these meatballs right back into this marinara. Now, it doesn't take marinara long at all. A little under an hour and it should be ready to go. So we'll just add these right back in here. Put this down on low, as low as you can get it. Put a lid over it. Let this cook for about 45 to an hour. And after that, we should be ready to plate this bad boy on up and get ready for that taste testing. All right, family, so here we are. Look at this humongous, oh man, I'm ready for it. Are you? Come on, family, let's go in. Are you kidding me? Family, this is the best meatball sub I've ever had. One little bite. Just one. Hold on. You can say what you want about me. I think they're damn good. Family. Y'all gotta make this one. Oh my God, it's so good. Well, that's it for me today. I have given you a damn good video here. So, if you like what you just saw, go ahead, hit that like button. And for those of you that is your first time watching and tuning in, I want to thank you and welcome you aboard. Go ahead and hit that like button as well. And if you're interested in becoming a part of this family, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget, hit the notification bell. That'll ensure that you are up to date on everything that we come out with here at Yes Chef. So folks, that's it for me. I've given you everything I could give you. So until the next time, folks, until the very next video, as always, family, peace.
Yes, chef, big dro, cook it up, let's go. Yes, chef, big dro, cook it up, let's go. Yes, chef, big dro, cook it up, let's go. Yes, chef, big dro, cook it up, let's go. It's no